We've seen these two face off before. However, this environment that I've put them in today is much more different. Because this time, instead of one man being the champion and one man being the challenger, they are both champions fighting for supremacy. Aleister Black, who made his debut at Backlash out of nowhere, facing Shinsuke Nakamura for the title. The United States title, I should say. And beat him in what was an epic striking encounter. I mean, the man in his debut defeated a champion. That's something I didn't expect when I saw the match on the pay-per-view. And I was pleasantly surprised, and the wheels started turning with what I can do with this type of storyline. And because I got a shitty match in Universe mode, those wheels reached a conclusion. Well, those wheels came to a halt as I popped up an idea. Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan. Champion versus champion. Now, we'll talk about Lars Sullivan in a couple of minutes. But as for Black, what more can I say about this guy? He's probably one of the most... He's one of the best superstars. I can honestly say that. He's one of the best wrestlers that this company has. Because I can't think of one time I watched an Aleister Black match and I didn't enjoy it. You know, whether it's a takeover, whether it's NXT type match. I can't remember the last time I watched an Aleister Black match and wasn't like, wow, I didn't enjoy that. Like, I'd never done that before. Because I just enjoy what he does. I enjoy his style. I enjoy the guy's look. It's great. Now, as for this man, I have some thoughts about this man that may or may not be a little bit controversial, but before I get to that, let me say one thing. Lars Sullivan, well, apparently this is gonna have to, Lars Sullivan is gonna have to fight. As I was gonna say, Lars Sullivan is this man is an absolute monster. I'll tell you why he's an absolute monster. Because this man took two finishers, from AJ Styles, and still beat AJ Styles with one freak accident to become the World Heavyweight Champion of SmackDown. Lars Sullivan, for the first time in his career, is at the top of the mountain. I know it may not mean much because it's in a video game, but still. Now, if only that could have happened with Lars Sullivan in real life, because apparently there's been a major issue with his debut as of late. And this is what I got. This is what I got out of it, the story-wise of it. Apparently, Lars Sullivan was supposed to make his main roster debut soon, and for whatever reason, he was having anxiety attacks or some sort of anxiety about the situation. I don't know what type of anxiety he was having, like why he was having it or whatever, but apparently they were going to push this guy to the moon, and I guess he couldn't handle the pressure, and I guess he got himself in his own head, and he basically left. I don't want to say quit, but he basically, left the TV taping or something, and we don't know what's going on with Lars Sullivan. Apparently they still have plans for Lars Sullivan, but I just think it's odd, and I'm not trying to start conspiracy theories, and I do like Lars Sullivan. I really do enjoy his shit, what he does in the ring and whatnot. I think he's a really good throwback wrestler. Like, he has a nice throwback monster look to him that I really enjoy. But it's just odd. I don't know if it was just the gravity of the situation where he's going to be performing at a larger audience, but I don't see why he would have those things, considering the fact that he's been on TV for the last year prior with NXT. I don't know. It's just the whole situation is odd. Of how all of a sudden, he had this issue when, you know, he's been on TV for the longest time. And again, like I said, it might just be because he's at a bigger stage and maybe the pressure got to him a bit. Like, that's an entirely different animal. But regardless, I hope Lars Sullivan is better because, you know, mental illness and shit isn't a joke. If the guy's having anxiety, obviously. If a guy like Lars Sullivan, who apparently had this whole mass controversy online about him saying shit, it's like some Reddit or like some internet shit came up about him. I don't know. It's just this guy's just in a whole lot of stories lately. And some of them I don't know if they're like, and like some of them, like I said, are just strange. That's all I can say. In the meantime, Lars Sullivan's absolutely dominating the United States champion. And who knows, maybe Lars Sullivan might get a United States title shot. Although this is not for any title whatsoever right now. Who knows? Lars Sullivan may call himself the champ at some point in the next pay-per-view. Ow. Ow. As we can see, the striking man from Amsterdam almost had... Oh, shit. The striking man from Amsterdam is laying the kicks onto Lars. As you can see, both men are pretty even right now. Go kicks to the leg. The fuck was that, an RKO? Did this man just do an RKO? Get out of my face. Freak accident. This is how we won the world title. 1, 2, 3. And that is how he defeats Aleister Black. Jesus. All it takes is one move for the match to completely turn a 180. Aleister Black was doing pretty well for a second there. He was giving me kicks, and then one little bit of hesitation, and I got the victory. That's all it takes. And that is how we're going to end this episode of SmackDown, with the World Heavyweight Champion standing tall. AJ Styles, the United States Champion Aleister Black. What more? Who else does this man wish to destroy? I can only imagine. I can honestly only imagine. I hope you guys enjoyed these last couple episodes. I had some fun with this match, man. I'm telling you right now. I thought I was in trouble for a second there, but I ended up pulling out the victory out of my ass, apparently. Anyway, that's it for me. I will see you guys on Raw. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of EBCW.